I'm live. Okay. I'm like, I wish there was some sort of like audible cue to let me know that I'm live. But I'm live. Hi. Happy Sunday. If you're new here, I'm Shania, and I have a channel here on YouTube where I focus on DIY sewing tutorials. Some of the tutorials are of things that I've made from scratch, and then other tutorials are of things that I've upcycled. So if you're into that sort of thing, you should check out my channel and subscribe and check out. Today is actually day 8 of a live stream challenge that I've been doing for the past 8 days, and I plan on doing for a total of 21 days, where I'll just be live streaming every day for 21 days, just talking about different things. So far, some things that I've done while live streaming is I had a thrift haul where I showed some items that I got for a thrift store, all for like about $15 or something like that. I had a live stream where I was like taking one of those items that I thrifted and started actually like upcycling it. And then I had another live stream where I actually, this was just yesterday, where I spoke about 5 common sewing mistakes that people make. So today's live stream, day 8, I will actually be reviewing some spring 2024 trends that Vogue magazine, or should I say their website, that they have predicted for spring 2024. So let me just go on ahead and pull up. And if you see me looking this way, since I have another screen here, so don't mind that. But let me just go ahead and pull up that article so that we can start looking through the trends that they have predicted. So they have 11 spring 2024 fashion trends that define the season. So I'm just going to scroll through this and let's get to the first one. Sheer Delights diaphanous white dresses. Let's see what else they have to say about it. The white dress in various levels of transparency is a key spring 2024 fashion trend, one that manifests designers' quest for a feeling of lightness. At Prada, where Miuccia Prada and Raf Simons were aiming for an absolute freedom of the body, models appeared among curtains of slime and gossamer dresses made of millefiori layers of floaty fabric. While the form might be revealed through gossamer materials or draping, the effect is not a sexualization of the body as much as a classical take on it. More like the Three Graces in Sandro Botticelli's Primavera than Victoria's Secret. So what I get from that is that they're saying that these designers, Prada and someone else, although they are, really emphasizing the body, it's more in a classical way rather than a sexy, like over sexualized way, the way that Victoria's Secret is known for sexualizing. That's what I got from it. So now let's just scroll down and take a look at some of the dresses. Oh no, what did I do? All right, so we have the white dress as a trend. I like how there's different textures across the board, right? So there's like lace, we can see lace, we have regular sheer, we have sheer mixed with lace. That's more like crochet, I guess, or knit. We have sheer on its own again. Yeah. So my thoughts on this. I like white for spring. I do like white for spring. However, white for me personally is kind of risky because, there's always the dirt factor. There's always the, gotta make sure I'm careful about where I'm sitting or what I'm eating. That's one thing that kind of throws me off about white. But what I will say that I like about these pictures is that sheer is incorporated. And at this point, At this point, I feel like Cher should just be a little black dress of the fashion world because I feel like for the past maybe 3 or 4 years, Cher has been a recurring fashion statement or fashion staple. So at this point, we might as well just say it's a little black dress. It's a little black dress. Call it what it is. But I really do love Cher. I feel like Cher is such a great way to play on that duality of, sexiness, but also classiness. Like, something like this could easily be like, okay, that's super sexy. Let me just zoom in, right? You can say it's super sexy because it's see-through. But then there's a classy aspect to it if you were to put like, let's say, a black bodycon dress or even like a neon, I don't know, neon blue bodycon, right? Then it easily completely changes. It's no longer just a sexualized garment, you know? So I really do love Cher a lot. Let's look at this one here, that crochet pattern. I don't think the zoom is so big, but I hope that you guys can, that's a little better. I hope you guys can see just the material and the details. I really do love that combination of mix and share with crochet. I think that that's really like brilliant. Hey there, I see we've got some people tuned in. If you are watching, let me know where you're watching from. I'm here watching from Brooklyn, New York. Let me know where you guys are watching from. And let me know what you think about this white trend. Do you think that white is a trend that you would be wearing this spring? Do you have any reservations about wearing white? Do you think it's too weddingy? Like what are your thoughts on white? Let me know. And let me just look at another one that I like. So there's lace incorporated, right? There's lace here, and I feel like this one is very beachy. I would definitely, I don't know, I would wear something like this to the beach, but I also see how it could get hot. It could become hot. And then there's another lace piece, this one here. It's more like applique, I guess, and I really like it. I just think my hesitancy with white is that sometimes it can be very like wedding dressy, you know? So yeah, that's that on the white. Now let's take a look at the next trend that Vogue has predicted for the spring 2024. So the next trend that they have predicted is summer elegy. Ooh, I hope I said that correctly. Elegy sounds right. Serious black. So we have the complete opposite, a complete contrast from the white that we just saw. We're now seeing black as another spring 2024 trend. And let's just see what they're saying. So, lacking wings, people are earthbound. The predominance of black on the runways seem to acknowledge the human condition while at the same time showing us how the imagination can soar even in times of sadness. Quote, he feels like he's stuck in the world, but he wants to release himself, said an interpreter backstage at Jun Takashi's undercover show, which featured tulle-wrapped suits and luminous dresses that were temporary homes for butterflies. Shrouded looks also appeared at Issei Miyake and at Rick Owens. Um, okay, so what I'm getting from that is they're just trying to represent a sense of freedom um, while being grounded. I think that's what I got from it. Okay, so how black can be an imaginative thing, even though it's such a dark color. It's still you can still float and do things with it. Is what I got from that. So let's take a look at some of the pieces. I do see the mix of like suiting. There's suiting all across the board. Suiting. Like literally all of these pictures have been some sort of blazer. So I wonder if that's a trend within itself that we can expect for spring, the blazer trend, but more specifically a black blazer trend. Um, I'm curious to see if that's going to pop up in this list. Yeah, some of these pieces do stand out to me, and I will go over the ones that have stood out to me, but I just wanted to look at them all first. Um, and some of them are also just really basic. They're really basic. Um, okay, let's just see. And I do see a lot of like structural shapes also represented in the suiting as well as this piece here. Um, okay. And I do see the duality between these like really hard. Is that Angela Bassett? Yes, it is, mother. That's Angela Bassett, right? Um, anyway, so I do see this duality between like these hard structured like pieces, like the suits and the blazers and stuff, paired with more light, soft, elegant pieces and garments like Cher, um, for example. So let's just take a look to see what else we have. I think this is actually really long. So I just want to go, wow, look at that. Interesting. Just as I said, right? That hard structure with like soft garment. Okay, so all right, I reached the end. I just want to take a look at the ones that stood out to me. Um, I really liked, there was one from the closer to the front. The one that really stood out to me immediately was, well, this was one that stood out to me. So this reminded me of what Kim Kardashian wore on, I think it was the Met Gala. I think it was, but on some red carpet, she wore an all black um, outfit where everything was black. Even her face was covered in a black garment, her hands, everything. And this kind of reminds me of that. So that definitely stood out to me. Um, but where's the one that I was like, whoa, okay, this is the one. I think, yeah. This is the one that stood out to me. I really like this combination of taking a suit, a hard structural suit, and just softening it with Cher. I really like that duality between hard and soft, masculine and feminine, classy but edgy. Um, I love this a lot. I do. I do. that's, that's that's what I'm gonna say about it. Um, what else can I say? Which other pieces do I like? They are all really kind of simple, you know. Um, I like this veil here. This kind of reminds me of a time where Rihanna had there was this like beanie, regular like streetwear type of beanie hat, and she had like a veil coming down from it, but her veil was like a netted veil, so you could actually see through the holes of the net. But this is kind of giving me that vibe, and it almost makes me wonder if this sort of like veil will ever come. Well, I'm sure it's going to come back. Fashion always repeats itself, but I wonder if it's going to come back anytime soon, where we'll be having like veil in fashion. Yeah. Um, the one final thing I'll just say about this that I think is interesting, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, these are spring 2024 trends, right? And it's interesting that the first trend was white. They predicted white. And now we're looking at black. And it's like, whoa, black in the spring. I wouldn't think of that. I just had to remind myself, like, this is not a winter or fall trend. This is a spring trend. So that should be very interesting because I feel like when the spring comes, it's like most people are, hey, Voodoo, hi. Where are you joining from? Let me know. I always love to know where you guys are watching from. And let me know what you think about this black trend. I think it's kind of interesting. I think for spring, I think most people think it's spring. You know, let me pop out color because I've been in fall and winter for these amount of months, and I now want to show a sort of blossoming with more color. So I think it's interesting that black is a spring 2024 trend. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Aircon open work material. Okay. Let's see what they have to say about it. Taking functionality beyond cargo pockets. Designers created lots of looks that had a cooling effect by virtue of the fact that they were made using open work materials. These ranged from pom-pom embellished mesh at Bottega Veneta to a fine net at Proenza Scholler, and from artful cutouts at Valentino to a lattice of shells at Versace. Interesting. So what I'm getting is designers this time around are not just looking at, they're not just exploring functionality through like the elements of the garment. So in this case, cargo pockets, the functionality of a cargo pocket is you put stuff in it, you put stuff in the pockets, and it's a pants that has a function, right? So designers, what I got from this snippet is that designers are not only just looking at the functionality of garments based on the structure of the garments, but they're looking at the functionality of the garment based on the materials that are used to create the garment. So let's just take a look at the pieces, right? So you definitely see, wow, look at the details on this thing. Look at the details, honey. So you definitely see the netting. These are the pom-poms that they mentioned. Really love the length of this. And I love, what I love about this? I love that it ends right at the ankle. That it doesn't have a train or tail or whatever you want to call it. It's not on the floor. It's literally at the ankle. And that to me says function. It says I could walk in this dress without worrying about having to pick it up. I really love it. What else? We see the cutout aspect. This for me is giving 3D printer. It's giving like this was printed by a machine. I don't feel like someone actually was like, hovering over a table cutting out these pieces. Yeah, I love this gold necklace. Again, more netting. And then we have the pom-poms at the bottom. And I guess here is a good like way that the spring fashion trends are tied in, right? So we saw that the first trend that is predicted for 2024 spring is just white in general, and white dresses in particular. And then the second spring 2024 fashion trend was black. And then now the third one is like netting and cutouts, right? And we can see how this whole outfit literally speaks to all three of those trends. We've got the white is netted, and then it's over some black pants, right? Talk about like cohesiveness. Fabulous. All right, here we've got cutouts again. And this is more of like a meaty length type of dress. I love that the cutouts are on the side. I like that the cutouts are connected with rope. I think the past couple years we've seen cutouts that have been connected with just string or like fabric. But I like that this is connected with like a metallic kind of like different kind of material. And I feel like it kind of plays up the dress to make it a bit more classy and not just like trashy. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's the thing with cutouts. Like if you don't do cutouts right, it can look tacky and trashy. But this is very well balanced in my opinion. And then what else? If you're watching, let me know what you think about this cutout like trend, this netting trend? Are you into it? Is it something you think you would wear? Do you think it's too much? Just let me know what you guys think about it. This is interesting as well because it kind of goes to what I was talking about here with this one, how there's cutouts, but the cutouts are not just the cutouts are connected with a different type of material. And it's the same here, right? Like these are suspenders. I'm not sure if that's coming through, but these are suspenders that are all connected to create this cutout effect. And I like that it's not just simple net fabric material. It's an actual functioning part of a garment. It's an actual notion that I love. And again, we get that like connectivity with all of the trends kind of being tied in, right? We've got a white dress, which is one of the spring 2024 trends. We've got black, which is another spring 2024 fashion trend. And then we've got the cutout, right? And the cutout, or I should say the netting, which is like embodied with the help of suspenders. Beautiful. Lovely. Oh, wow. Okay. This is simple. This is very simple. It's giving androgynous, which is pretty cool, actually. I like that this is something that, you know, a man could wear and a woman could wear as well. And I feel like if a woman wanted to feminize this a bit more, she could put just a bra underneath this net top, or maybe like a crop top under it, or something like that. Or if you're feeling froggy, like go braless, go just wear the net as is. But I do really love it. I love how linear it is. I like it. I like it. This is interesting. This is interesting because it has the bra already knitted in. So I'm trying to like zoom in to see if the bra is like under the top or over the top, but it looks like it was like knitted or crocheted into the actual top, which is really, really functional, I think. And I love these like long, um, like like details on the side. On one side, I'm guessing it's on the other side too, but yeah, I think it starts here and then goes down. But I do love this. Again, we've got the white theme and we've got black and the netting. I like that. Good. All right. Wow, we actually have knit action here. Don't block me, YouTube. Don't block me. I love the boots under this. Love that white boot. Love the texture. Love the floral elements. Very nice. All right, let's see. Okay, so this is the seashell elements that they were talking about, right? So they mentioned different ways of connecting the cutouts and the netting, and seashells was one of the ways. I like this. It looks very okay. First of all, before I carry on with what I was saying, this black shoe is a no. This black shoe is a no. It is a girl, you're about to go on, grab a shoe. That's what it's giving. It's not giving like this was somebody's sketch. Hey Stephanie, great to have you here. Which one do you think is cute? The one that I'm looking at now, this blue net dress. Let me know what you think. And let me know what you think about this black shoe, because personally, it's a no. I think this shoe could have been just about any other color except for black. Personally, I would have gone with just white, or I would have even gone with a baby blue shoe to continue that kind of long linear line throughout cohesively, or even yellow, because there's elements of yellow in the seashells, or like a soft peach or something like that. Yeah, I'm not happy about that shoe. And one thing I wanted to say about this is that it is, oh no, where did I go? Sorry, y'all. I got lost. Um, One thing I wanted to say about this is that yes, it's beautiful, but the thing about it, honestly, it looks a little tacky. Like it looks a little like somebody took like plastic bags and just kind of like tied them together to make this garment, you know? There's something about it that just looks a little too DIY and too like recycled. And I get it, like that is one of the things that the designers were exploring, right? The idea of kind of sustainability and not like zero waste, basically. So I get that, but it's just, but I like it though. I do like it. I do. I think the top looks a little messy though. Like if there was one shell on this side, then I'd be like, all right, cool, you know? But it looks a little messy. Wow. Until I saw the shoes. What is going on with these shoes? Hey Stephanie, yes, I like the idea of a yellow shoe. Yeah, right? I for that blue for this garment here, yeah. Because look, there's like yellow right here where my cursor is. There's yellow right there. Um, this one is really cute, but again, what is going on with the shoes? Timberlands? It's I don't love it. I don't love it. I would have taken a sneaker with this before a boot. And if it was gonna be a boot, like why not do like a white Dr. Martin, right? A white boot. So this is just like it's hard on the eyes. But aside from that, this is really beautiful. I would love to make something netted for this season. I just have to figure out how to do like macrame. But I do love it. I love the tie dye element. I do wonder if you should be their shoe stylist. Thank you. Something, and it's not even much to it because it's not even like I would be putting this like over the top shoe. I would just like say, let's just start with colors first, right? Let's not do a tan shoe with this. Let's do maybe a blue shoe or a white shoe. Heck, I even would have taken a black shoe, maybe. Um, yeah. What do you think about this one, Stephanie? Do you think you would wear something like this? Let me know. I'm curious. It's always nice to like kind of get a sense of what you guys' style is, you know? Ooh, look at this one. Sexy. You know, for a second, I gotta stop doing that. Sorry, y'all. For a second, I was gonna say, oh, I wish it was longer. But I kind of like that it's not long. I kind of like that it's midi. I think there's something about the fact that it's midi makes it like helps it accentuate like the curve a bit more. Whereas if it was like full length maxi, I feel like you would kind of lose the silhouette to an extent. But this kind of break right here where the dress ends, in my opinion, helps to really like contrast the shape of her body, if that makes any sense. Whereas if it went straight down, you wouldn't see how her legs are tapered in. And this girl was walking. You know that's a walk when the feet are lined up, you know, because in my understanding is like when models walk, it's supposed to be foot in front of foot. And you see this frozen, yeah, she was walking. I love this a lot. I would definitely wear this. I would definitely. Stephanie says, "Yeah, if I was going to the beach, I do like the skirt a lot." Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. It is very beachy. I think honestly, a lot of the times when I see anything with like macrame or like cutout or netting, I often think of the beach. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. Okay, another piece we have here. I feel something about this is giving, I don't know, I don't it gives spring because you can see skin, but I feel like something about it gives fall. It gives Halloween to me. Um, it's not fully spring for me. Maybe if it was like this and it was like orange or like pink or something, or even like, yeah, yeah, or even like a baby blue, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's spring. But I think the black makes it very like a little bit heavy. This, not feeling it. Not feeling it. I like the shoes though. So I'm gonna just skip over that one. And I like her mullet. I like that mullet. Okay, this is also very geometric. I like this. I don't care too much for the top part, but I do like it. And I think what I really like is how the shape is like this kind of rum rumbus, like a diamond-ish type of shape. I like that a lot. And I like that in between the netting areas, you have the fabric just kind of hanging, but it's like kind of strategic how the fabric in between lines up. I'm excited about these cutoffs because it's telling me, sorry, let me just sorry, I'm trying to read your thing. I'm excited about these cutoffs because it's telling me that I'm on the right track. You just don't know. Yeah, yeah, girl. Or sorry, I don't want to offend you. I know people sometimes have different pronouns. I'm so sorry about that. But yes, Stephanie, I agree. Like it does, it is something that's very exciting. And it's always refreshing to feel like you're on the right track. All right. And let's see what else we have here. This one is really like dramatic. Um, oh my gosh. You know what I just thought of that this reminds me of? This reminds me of, have you guys ever seen those plastic it's like a plastic bin, and usually the ones that I've seen, they're white and they have holes all throughout them, and the purpose of it is that you're supposed to just pull like a trash bag from it. So like, a lot of us like keep a lot of plastic bags, and you put it in there, and when you need a plastic bag you just pull the plastic bag through the hole. This is what this garment is reminding me of. Yes, you're welcome, Stephanie. That's what this garment is reminding me of, like a trash bag holder. Oh, this is cute. I like the length of it. I like that mini length, and I like that it's like sheer. It's sheer underneath. I do like that. Um, this is cool too. It's definitely very like distressed. I'm not gonna stay too long on this because there are other trends. So I will just like briefly go through. That is cute. I think you would look good in that. Which one? The yellow one, this yellow one, or green? Lime green, yellow, whatever color that is. This one, you think I'd look cute in this one? The little one. This one. This one here. If this is the one you're talking about, yeah. Yeah, I feel like I would. I feel like the younger me would wear something like this for sure, with like a heel too, or even like some high top like Converses, like some white Converses with this. It is cute. The only thing that I would say about this for me personally is I feel like the color could clash with like my skin tone. Could. Because gray, I don't know. I feel like gray doesn't always look the greatest on me. Um, all right, so let me just go through these so you can see what else. This is just all black, so let's skip over that. This is cute. Again, there's something about this black that is just like very Halloween-ish to me, you know? Oh my gosh, yes, you could put a black little turtleneck under it for modesty. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I like your thinking. I like your thinking. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, and maybe tights or thigh highs. Yeah, definitely. Are you a stylist? Stephanie, are you a stylist? Is this what this is? Like you're low key a stylist and you're just here on my live, like you think things out? Tell me because I'm convinced that you are. Because those are great like recommendations. The turtleneck and then the thigh high. Very great. And it's so what I would do anyway, like especially a thigh high. I love a thigh high. This is beautiful. Let's see how long it is. Beautiful. And I'm kind of indifferent about the shoe. I like it, but I don't. Mm. But this is really beautiful. I would wear this. I would. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You should. I mean, obviously, I don't know you, but from what you've suggested in terms of style and how to kind of like vamp up these outfits and stuff, you should do it. Do it. If there's something you want to do it. Um, I don't mean to make you blush, but good if you are. Good if you are. Let's just be happy, you know. Um, yes, so this one here, I like this. Why does that always happen? Every time I'm like, oh, I like it, and then I scroll down and I'm like, I like this one. Um, it's just the length that I don't like. I feel like if it were going to be this length, I don't think that it should have this sort of I forget what this kind of hem is called. I want to say handkerchief, but I'm not sure. But I don't think it should have this sort of handkerchief hem if it's going to be midi. Like I would have it be um kind of like a pencil shape where it just kind of tapers down below the knee. So it hugs her hips and tapers down, or even just flat out. But I don't like this handkerchief at this length. I think if it's going to be this handkerchief style, it should go all the way down, you know? And come on, what is up with this black shoe? What? I don't mind this like white part on top where the toes like go through, but I feel like that the base of that shoe should be like a tan, like a brown, a tan or something, even a gold or silver, but just not black. Right? Right, Stephanie? It would be beautiful all the way down. It would be. It really would be. And I don't even think it would be too elegant, because sometimes when things are long, you run the risk of it being kind of like you can only wear it to a dinner party. But I feel like if this dress were long, you could still wear it casually, you know. Um, okay, what else do we have here? This is cute. It's cute. There's something about these two circles that I don't really like. And I don't really like. They make me think of boobs. And they make me think that they should be lower, but then I'm like, if they're lower, then her nipples are going to be coming through. So I don't care for those two circle things. And wait a minute, I think this is beading. I think this is beading. Um, yeah, because it would offset the skin showing through the mesh. Exactly. Exactly that. Exactly that. Or maybe not smart, but we think alike. Um, this is really cool. I didn't realize that these tassels here are beads. Talk about intricacy. Very good. I like it. I just, again, my only qualm are the two holes, and I wonder what the back looks like. Wow. Wow. I love this all the way down. All the way down. Um, sorry, I love this all the way down. It is the perfect length. It is the perfect shape, like silhouette. It's the perfect like details. It's not over the top, but it's also not basic. I love it. I really do. And I feel like you could go so many different directions with what you put underneath it. Like you could put like a metallic bra underneath. You could put a black crop top to make it look like a two-piece thing. You could do um, a bandeau top. You could go so many different routes with that. Heck, you could even put a top on top of it, like put a bra on top of it. Um, I love it. I love that one a lot. Stephanie, let me know what you think about that one. And for whatever reason, I like that they have this scrunchie on her arm, this hair tie, whatever you guys call it. I say scrunchie on her arm. I think that's really, it really jazzes it up, ironically. What else do we have? Okay, this is calm. I like this too. Whoa, yeah, I like the bra on the top. That's progressive, right? That'd be cool. And I feel like that's not a common thing. I think a lot of the times you think it's see-through. So let me show what I have underneath. But it's like, no, put it on top, flip the script, you know? Um, this is nice. It's nice. I don't care for the color palette, but I do like how the cutout is represented, or the netting, whatever you want to call it, is represented through the belt. And I remember there was a time where I don't remember exactly when, maybe it was the 90s or something, or the 2000s, early 2000s, where belts were really popular. Like women were wearing belts with everything. And sometimes it was like the wide, thick, like Santa Claus type belts. Sometimes it was just a chain, but belts were a thing. Yeah, for sure. It would be rad. Um, yeah, I like it though. This is cool. I love these earrings. I feel like these earrings are very modern and sleek. I like it. I don't really care for this. It really makes me think like somebody, it reminds me of growing up in Barbados. My great aunt would crochet these doilies and put them on the couch. Like she would put them on the different sections of the couch. That's what that reminded me of. Thank you for the memory. Um, I don't really care for this. I don't have much to say, so I'm gonna move on. Move on. Interesting footwear. I like this too. I like the necklace. I like it. I like it. I'm just gonna keep moving through these because I know there are other trends to look at. Interesting. Black stockings. Yeah, I'm just gonna speed through them because I do want to get to the other trends. But this is, I would say overall, this is a trend that I would like to explore for the spring. Um, yeah, then that necklace was really cool. That star necklace. Yeah, this is really cool. And it's like beaded too. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I was saying that in general, I do like this trend, and it is a trend that I would like to explore in the warmer months. I do want to try to make something like macrame style, and not necessarily with whatever fabric you use for macrame, not necessarily with that fabric, maybe with something else. Hey, Akila, welcome. It's great to have you here. Which top were you saying that you love? This pink one here? I know I kind of sped through these, so let me know. I always love to know what you guys like. Mm, coconut water. Yeah, Akila, let me know which top you were talking about. I think maybe this pink one. I'm not sure. Yeah. So again, just gonna speed through them. Okay, the pink one in the dress. Okay. Yeah, they are cute. There are definitely some very, very cute pieces in this like trend bucket. This is nice. Do like this layering aspect. Okay, so for the sake of time, because I feel like I've been on this one for a while now, I'm just gonna move on to the next trend. Zoom out for a bit. All right. Oh, wow, look at this one. Ah, okay. Oh, this is Moschino. All right, so the next trend is Edward Scissorhands slashes and shreds. Let's just see what they have to say about it. Not all holes in clothes were related to ventilation. Spring found designers slashing in the manner of Lucio Fontana's Concetto Spaziale, artworks, or shredding it for a timely come undone vibe. Quick facts, I do speak Italian and I want to translate this for you. Concetto spaziale basically means like the concept of space, like a spatial concept is what this means. Um, so what I got from this insert is that designers, so just before this trend, we looked at netting, and they like designers explored netting as a way for ventilation, kind of get air flowing. But what I got from this snippet is that designers also explored holes for the sake of just aesthetic. That's what I got from it. Um, Interesting. Let us zoom in. Interesting. I cannot understand if this is pants or if it's just a skirt that just has two separate pieces. But interesting. I love the colors. I love the colors in general for fall or winter, but I don't know if I love this black and green for spring. I don't know if I love it. So far I'm getting a really heavy spring vibe. Like I'm not getting like the stereotypical like spring flowers, April showers, like everything is like pink and blue and green. Like I'm getting black, white, like, you know, tan, like very like kind of dull, right? Um, Hold on. I didn't oh, okay, I see the slash here. I think it's interesting that even though there's a slash, there's still fabric underneath it. I think that's interesting. It makes sense because the breast is right there, so you don't want it fully exposed. I love this. I love this a lot. I love this a lot. And I feel like this trend, I actually have a friend of mine who made something similar to this, where it's like the shoulder was cut out. And I feel like this trend was like in like 2019, about 4 years ago. I love it. I like it a lot. It's edgy. Yes, I agree. Um, I'm sorry, I'm not always looking at the comments, so I know I can be late sometimes. Sorry. Um, okay, this is cool too. I like that it's in the middle of like a blazer, so it kind of gives some edge to this blazer. This is cool too. Very simple. Very simple. And this just looks, I don't know, I don't care for this one. It looks very like accidental, you know. Yeah, the open cut balances out. Yeah, I think that that's something that we can say across the board. Like the open cut does help to create balance, and I think the reason why is because once you cut the garment, you're basically creating two sides, right? You have the left side of the cutout and then the right side of the cutout, and that's kind of where the balance comes in. Except in this case, where it's like the cutout is just not centered. And look, even his hat has a cutout in it. Even his hat has a cutout here, and then his hair is coming through the hat, which is interesting. This is a cute sweater. I don't know. I think that it looks very accidental. It looks very like, oops. Yeah, positive and negative space. Very well said. Very well said. Um, yeah, I don't, there's something about these last two pieces, the cutouts on these last two pieces that just look very accidental. Like, I feel like if you were wearing that and someone saw you, they'd be like, Did, you know, you have a hole in your shirt, right? One of those type of things. This is cool. I love that the cutout drapes to the side. Um, and I like that the cutout is actually formed from two separate layers of fabric. It's not like one layer of fabric and the cutout is in that layer. I like that kind of layering effect. The only thing I don't care about for this dress is it looks like you wouldn't be able to walk in it. Do you guys know those dresses where you're just like you cannot go anywhere far? I'm in Los Angeles and it just feels like on whole season. I like it because I like skin a lot, but I can see how it's hard to make winter wear here. All spring, summer vibes. Yeah. I mean, I've never been to LA before, but from what I understand in terms of the weather, like it's it's good weather for the most part, right? Like, or I think it gets cloudy and rainy sometimes too, but for the most part, like the temperatures are not like 30s or 40s. So, and that's my understanding. So let me know if I'm wrong. But either way, it makes sense though about it being hard to make winter wear there. Um, okay, let's see what else is here. Again, I love this like layering of trends, right? You've got the sheer aspect, but then you've got black with it. I like it. This one just feels a little messy to me though. Um, wow, look at this person's arms. This human's arms. They're ripped. Ripped. Don't mess with that person. Um, I kind of like this shirt. I don't know if I can zoom in any further. Um, I don't think I can. Let me just try. Yes. No. Oh no. Oh no. Crap. My bad. I'm sorry. I keep doing that because I hopefully think I can zoom in. But I do like this. I like the fact that it's an Oxford shirt and it's cut up and it looks kind of DIY-ish. And I like it. I like it a lot. This is cool. Okay, that's cute. I like the dual colors. I like the two colors. And I like the like metallic-y aspect of it. Um, this is cool too. Love the lowered sleeves. I love it. I really do. I think I would for like if this were my design, I think I would add something along the bottom of the sleeves to just kind of balance it out because I feel like what's happening with the silhouette with this is that it's making the shoulders look very broad. And me speaking as a person with already broad shoulders, I'm always like looking for ways to kind of balance out my upper body with my lower body. So for me personally, for my design, I would probably add some like feathers down here, like along the cuffs, some feathers or like a ruffle or even just like sheer fabric. I don't know, something. I'm going to speed through these because I just feel like I'm spending a bit too much time. And I've been on here for about an hour now, so I'm just gonna kind of speed through these. Love this. This looks so handmade, but not in a bad way. Like handmade, like somebody sews very well and they have their own boutique, and so they made this. I love that. I would wear that. Yeah, you're right. And I don't feel like a lot of places have a plethora of winter wear as much as summer, spring, and maybe that's why. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I would have a hard time imagining winter wear, but some people are different. They can do that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like if there's not a need for it, why create it? So yeah, for sure. Akila, yes, I love it too. I really do love it too. And I think this would even be cool in some like bold color, like a lime green or like an orange or something. Like I feel like it could be bold. Or even white too. I love that a lot. Who's the designer on that? Ambush. Okay. Not familiar with that. All right. Like I said, I'm just gonna speed through them. If there's any that like catches my eye, I'll this is cool. Reminds me of something I've seen Rihanna wear before. Designer is Legger. Akila, you remembered what time is the party? So actually, unfortunately, the party got canceled. It was supposed to have been at 1, and my friend canceled it yesterday. And I was actually kind of like upset because as you guys know, like I was sewing and making things for it, and I had a whole plan of like, oh, I'm gonna like do my makeup, and like while I'm doing my makeup, I'll go live, and then like get dressed and like do everything so you guys can see the full like start to finish. So I was kind of sad that it got canceled, but I'm still gonna do that. I'm still gonna do my makeup and post it. But now I just don't know when because I don't have anything that I'm like going to that I will need to dress up for. So maybe that's incentive for me to like plan a date for myself. Maybe I'll take myself to dinner and wear that thing that I was gonna wear, and then I'll have a reason to do the live stream. Maybe. Yeah, that would be bomb in a different color. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Stephanie. I know you're talking about that two-piece suit. Stephanie says, "Come here. There's a Christmas party in a few hours. Y'all can hop on the plane. I'll pick you up." I would love that. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. I would love that. Because the way I'm feeling about this weather right now, I'm not loving it at all. Um, so I would love to like just pick up and come over there. Um, sorry. Oh my gosh, this I've designed something like this. I don't know if you guys saw my live stream from day one, but in my day one live stream, I spoke about how I started sewing, and I spoke about the first fashion show that I did in high school, and I described a skirt. And I said I cut up the skirt and then I connected it with safety pins. This is basically what I did, except mine was just a skirt and it was like this gray kind of sweater fabric. That's insane. Um, Achilles says, "Oh man, hopefully your friend will postpone it." Yeah, I was trying to ask her. I was trying to ask her if she was going to do something else, but I don't think so. And it kind of sounds like she celebrated yesterday, so I don't think so. Which is unfortunate. Not just for me, but like for her too. This is her birthday, and I would have liked her to have been able to like gather with all of her friends. So does that say what I think it says? It does. Stephanie, you said you like that. Do you like what? Which one? This black one here? If so, I do too. I really like the color combination, and I love this like statement staticky piece. I think that's cute. Just gonna. Oh, this is cool. I love the polka dot element. I love that. Men's fashion. I don't really give too much attention to men's fashion. I don't care for this. This looks very like tacky to me. I don't even remember what it was. Yeah, I'm on the same name as Instagram if that ends up working out. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to look for you after. Because I really appreciate you like sticking around for this live. Both of you guys, Akila and Stephanie. Appreciate y'all like engaging, and it feels like we're having like a virtual slumber party or something, and it's comforting. So thank you so much. And honestly, at this point, like I'm just trying to find my people. Like I'm trying to do what I want to do and trying to see who is interested in what I want to do. And from there, I know that those people are the people that are my people. They're not expecting me to be anything other than what I am. They know what I am and they accept it, and that's it. You know, this is interesting. This is interesting. I like it actually. I do like how it's like technically this is like androgynous to me anyway. I feel like a man or a woman can wear it. The only thing that I don't like is the fact that it's not fit to me anyway. It doesn't look finished. It looks like they cut it up and they just literally were like, go ahead, sir, walk down the runway. I feel like they should have done something to the back of the fabric so that you don't see that white kind of lining. I think seeing the white lining is what's making it look tacky. I think they should have just done it like gray, you know? If it were just gray, I think it would be like, it would look more intentional and finished. But other than that, I really love it. I love like, the suspenders, the tie, the drama in the cuffs. I like it a lot. I do. Sorry, I just missed a couple comments. My bad. Oh, girl, There are stories of people finding lottery tickets on the streets, first class to LA. You know what? I'm gonna come to Los Angeles. I don't know when, but I'm going to come because I have been wanting to come for a long time, specifically to go to the fashion garment, what? To the garment district. I think that's what it's called, right? The garment district. So definitely put me on. I'm gonna try to find you on Instagram, or if you want, you can find me. And like put me on so I can start prepping like what areas are good for like fabric shopping and things like that. Because then I can start planning. Um, I'm gonna type my Instagram handle in here. I'm trying to. Oh, something just fell on my table. I don't know what it was. Sorry, I'm trying to leave a comment here, but I don't know how I can do that. No. Hold on, sorry, y'all. Having a technical difficulty right now. Sorry. I'm also working on my iPad. So, and I think my iPad just disconnected. So I'm gonna reconnect it. Okay, she's back, baby. All right. This is my Instagram handle. The Fashion District. Okay. And yes, catching up on your comments, yes, I do make my own clothes. I haven't sewn in a long while, but I've just been getting back into it. Um, and yes, okay, the fashion district. Fashion district. Okay, I was saying the garment district. Okay. And by the way, I agree with the lack of interfacing on the shredded part, right? It's kind of like unfinished. Okay, great. Yay. Oh my gosh. I'm excited you added me. Yay. Now I can actually like, okay, I'm gonna go to LA and like kind of know someone. Obviously, we're not best friends, we don't know each other, but like I won't completely be, alone there. So yeah, I'm excited. Oop, oop. All right, let me carry on through. This is weird. It looks like a pillow underneath. Um, it's very strange. And then, oh, interesting. I like how they added this kind of artwork. Ah, interesting. All right, so I'm going to move on to the next trend. The next trend is you're cute. You can stay here on my beanbag if you want. That's really sweet. I really appreciate that. I don't know. I would, knowing me, I would most likely stay in a hotel. Um, so, but it's nice to know I have a backup. Thank you. I'm not like a weirdo. Good to know. Neither am I. Um, Akila says it does look like a pillow. Yeah, it did look like a pillow. It's weird. And what else? Well, I am, but like hot eat bananas in the middle of the night was not like that. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. No worries. Okay, so the next trend, y'all, is undercover aprons. Let's see what they have to say about it. They said the utility and protection associated with workwear has made its way into the ready to wear. While cargo pants continue to sprout like mushrooms, what felt newest were aprons of all varieties: butcher, bib, waiter, hostess, which showed up at Christian Dior, Hermes, The Row for starters. In addition to these popovers, be they functional or decorative, some designers borrowed the garment's simple square neckline and applied it to easy summer outfits. Interesting. So what I got from this is again like a functioning outfit, a functioning garment, for example, cargo pants, like cargo pockets, was also a trend on the runway. And in this case, the apron was the function in different styles and different variations. So let's see. Okay. All right. Interesting. This is a bit, in my opinion, it's a bit too hardcore. Sorry, I'm gonna take my hair out. I think it's too tight. Got a headache. Ooh, wee. Ah. Mm. Let that sit there for a second. This I think is a bit too hardcore. Like I look at this and I think waiter, server, like immediately. It's a little too hardcore for me. Um, this I like. I like that it's over the pants and it's that it's connected to the pants because it almost, for me, it's almost like a play on like a peplum. You know, there was a time where people were incorporating peplum, like peplum belts, if you will, into skirts and even pants, where they would have like, you know, regular skirt or regular pant, and then along the waist would be like this peplum kind of ruffle. And this kind of reminds me of that take on it, but this one is a bit more structured and it's functional because it has pockets. I like it. It's industrial-ish. I like it. I do. Again though, these colors, I just don't feel like spring with these colors. You know, maybe we're going into a new era, but it just does not feel springish. Here, I'm gonna be right back. Okay, yeah, take your time. Akila, I like the mini skirt pants. What an interesting combo. Yeah, me too. I like it a lot too. What do you think about this color palette for spring, Akila? Like, do you think that it's fitting, or do you think it should be like brighter? This is cool. I like this actually. I like this. I think the shirt should be a little tighter though, just a little tighter, or even cropped, like still boxy and wide, but just cropped instead. Yeah, yes, it's a great color combo, green and black and white, great. Okay, yeah, I think it's a great color. I think it's a great color combo too. I just don't think it's like a spring combo. I think it's like a fall combo. I like this. It kind of reminds me of the dresses I would wear when I was in choir. Um, okay, this is interesting. I like this kind of. I'm gonna just kind of speed through because I do want to get to the other trends. I like the texture on this. Yeah, I don't have anything to say about that. This, it's a little too hardcore for me. It's a little too hardcore for me. I think when it really looks like an actual like apron, it just I don't care for it. It look too much like an apron. I think it's the fact that there's like the pockets and stuff and the dividers that makes it look so aprony. Skirt is resembling a sari. Yeah, that blue one, right? Um, this one, right? You're talking about, Akila? It does kind of look like a sari. Um, I'm feeling so congested. I don't want to say what I think. um, all right. I love this. This is cool. Ooh, wait. Can I zoom in a little bit more? Um, please. I love this so much. I love like the asymmetric feel of it. Like there's, an open arm, an open shoulder, and then a closed shoulder. Um, I love the like gathered part right here. I love the belting underneath. Um, I think maybe I would have gotten rid of this like extra fabric under, like this extra shirting fabric. I don't think it's really necessary, and I'm not sure how it's connected, like literally how it's connected. But the white part in general, I really love. And the overall, I love it. Really. Like I have not a negative thing to say about it. I love it a lot. Mhm. Okay. Let me just speed on through. Okay. I like this. This reminds me of an outfit that Rihanna wore years ago where she had like this overall kind of half, like the top part of overalls. She had this, and then I think she had on like a skirt underneath. Well, not underneath, but at the bottom, a skirt or some shorts or something. And hers was like more fitted. But this is cool. I would definitely like love to explore this for the spring. And I love how they paired it with this maxi elegant um dress or skirt or whatever it is. Again, I'm a very big fan of, hard and soft and masculine and feminine and just combining the dualities in fashion. I'm a very big fan of that. And I love it. I love that a lot. Okay, so we have the actual overalls. Yeah, it's very simple. This is kind of basic. I feel like Coach is such a basic brand. It doesn't really wow me, to be honest. This is cute. I like the cut at the bottom. Love these shoes. So what I'm getting is like the designers incorporated this like apron aesthetic not just by like creating an apron but also through just exploring the neckline of an apron, right? Like this doesn't look like an apron, but where the apron part ties in is the neckline, that squareness, right? That rectangle, not square, but rectangular, angular type of neckline. Wow, love the texture here. Those eyebrows are intense. I like it. Okay, I think I'm gonna move on to the next trend. I think we get a good sense of the apron trend. But let me know if you're still watching. Let me know if the apron trend is one that you think you would explore this coming spring. Me personally, I don't think I would I would prioritize exploring it, except for that overall bib. I think the overall bib is pretty cool. Kind of makes me think like, if I go to, if I let me if I go the next time I go thrifting, like maybe I should find some overalls that I can cut the top off of, or even if I could create it from like some jeans or something like that. I had it way too tight. Okay, Akila, thank you for joining. Enjoy lunch with your fam. Hey, Stephanie, welcome back. Good to have you. While you were gone, I was talking about the apron as like a trend. So designers on the runway were experimenting with aprons, sometimes in just the neckline and other times in the overall shape, and literally sometimes through overalls. This was like my favorite one. Don't care for the color per se, but I love the style here. So that's what you missed while you stepped away. I like dresses. I've been debating wearing a dress because for some reason I feel like it's too sweet. Does that make sense to anyone? I feel like it's too sweet. What do you mean by it's too sweet? Like it's too feminine? Like what do you mean by that? Just want to make sure I understand you. In the meantime, though, I'm going to move on to the next trend. And I think this is going to be the last one because I've been on here for like over an hour and I have stuff to do. I have other things. This last one is a show of hands sculptural volume. As the world becomes ever more digital, the materiality of clothes grows in importance. One way to read the sculptural facility of these spring collections, such as Glenn Martin's Wired Pieces and Junya Watabe's collages, wow, did I really just do that? Pretend I didn't just do that. And Junya Watanabe's collages is a response or riposte to the glossy imperfection of AI, showing that designers matter. Creative directors and their teams sunk their hands into fabric, crushing, twisting, and molding it into wonderful, evocative volumes, some of which evoked the sculptures of John Chamberlain. I love this. I love this so much. What I got from this is that in a world where AI is now starting to come to the front of the room, designers were kind of taking back their power and saying, like, yeah, AI is helpful and it's useful. However, there's literally a human touch that AI cannot like replicate, right? Like our ability as humans to really like use our hands and get in there and touch and manipulate is what sets us apart from AI. And I feel like, designers were just kind of bringing back the human aspect um, of design and fashion. So I really love this. Really, really love that a lot. All right, let's see what we have. So volume and structure. Okay. Looking at this immediately reminds me of, so I've been watching this show on Netflix. I think it's old. But it's called New in Fashion. I think that's what it's called, New in Fashion. I just started watching it yesterday. Um and I love it. And the reason why I brought it up, right, let me just double check. Oh yeah, no, I can't check. But I think it's New in Fashion or Next in Fashion or something. It's kind of like one of those Project Runway type of shows, kind of. But I love it, and the reason why I mentioned it is because there's a designer on there so far. His name is Devontre, I think, and he makes a lot of stuff like this, like puffer coats and puffer bags and like puffy, very puffy, voluminous things. So he came to mind when I saw this. Um, sorry, Stephanie, reading your comments now. Like, I don't know, the skin showing from a crop top and something that I feel is missing from like the same align. Hold on, let me read that again. Like, I don't know, the skin showing from a crop top and something that I feel is missing from like the same A-line silhouette. Okay. Um, add something. I don't know why I can't type. Okay, I think I get what you're saying, and correct me if I'm not understanding correctly. I think you're saying that you're not a big fan of dresses because you feel like like there's something about it that is missing. Like whereas like if you're wearing like a crop top or something, like you see some skin, and so it feels more like complete. That's what I got from what you said. But um, let me know if I'm not getting it. But let me carry on. And I see this color palette. I love this color palette for spring because I feel like although it's not like cherry bouncing off the wall like super bright pink, it's also not heavy. And I feel like the pieces that we've seen, like the pieces with black and forest green, like come on, what is it? Fall, winter, like, and I feel like this is a perfect blend, right? It's a color, and though it's not vibrant, it still has life to it, you know? Um, Stephanie says, yeah, like it has some depth and meaning. Hmm. With just a bit of skin show. I agree. I get what you're saying, and I agree. I agree. I feel like I do like dresses. I do. But I do see what you're saying. And a lot of the times, like, I will always wear something cropped, even in the winter. Like, it'll be cold and I will still have on something cropped because I feel like showing skin is what kind of creates like balance. It's not this like just flat, like straight wall. Like, you get two elements, and the skin kind of creates that division, is how I feel and what I think you're also saying. So I agree. But I do like dresses though. I do. This is cool. I love that pink and orange. That's definitely something that I want to experiment with is pink and orange for the spring. Like I really, really want to do a pink and orange palette. Really, really do. And I've wanted to do it for a long time. Let's talk about these shoes. These shoes are giving crutches. Not even crutches, like broken ankle. No, Steph, you're not crazy. I understand what you're saying. These shoes are giving broken ankle. Like it reminds me of a cast, literally. A cast, and then the things that like people put a muzzle, I think, that people put on their dog's mouth when the dog is just like really aggressive. I don't know about these voluminous things. I don't think I have the bravery to wear something voluminous, at least not to this extent, because there are things that are voluminous and they're more ready to wear type. And I think something like that I would do, but to this degree, no, I don't think I would. As I said before, like I'm very broad on the top, so I always have to be careful about, you know, wearing things that are too voluminous on the top because it makes me even more heavy. I do see the structural sense in this. I like this. I do like it. I like it a lot. This is cool. This reminds me of Twiggy. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I could see Twiggy wearing this. And the whole Twiggy aesthetic would go like on the makeup and stuff, like the lashes and the eyeshadow, the hair, like all that. It's very Twiggy for me. 70s ish. Um, it's pretty forward. Maybe in like 5 or 7 years after this tight basic athletic wear swings the other way. Yeah, yeah, maybe. Okay, I'm seeing more of that structure. This right here reminds me of Rihanna, her video with Kanye West and Paul McCartney. Um, I think I've had enough. Might get a little drunk. 4 or 5 seconds. 4 or 5 seconds, I think is what it's called. That video where she has on all denim and it's like super baggy, and I think she's got on some Tims. That's what this is giving me. I like it. These shorts look like clay. Oh, the whole thing looks like clay. Wow, look at that. Hold on, let me try to zoom in so you can see. Isn't that interesting? It really looks like clay. Wow. I'm curious about the material. Interesting. All right, let's see what else we have. I'm going to wrap up soon. I love this a lot. I love this a lot. It's very sculptural. Very sculptural. And I think it's very interesting because it's like when sculptors are dealing with clay, they aim to make the clay look like an actual garment, right? Like they experiment with drapery so that the clay can look like a garment. But what's interesting about this garment is that it's trying to look like clay, you know? And I think that's beautiful. Love that. Talk about art. Talk about it. This is nice too. Mm. This looks like a hacky sack. I think that's what it's called, but that's what it looks like. It's okay. It's cool. I wouldn't wear it, but it's cool. This is cool too. Again, I wouldn't wear it, but it's cool. Um, I love this skirt. It's beautiful. I don't really understand anything else. Like, what is this? Is it two pieces of a shirt? I don't understand it, but the bottom is really cute. Um, this is cool. I love the print, the printed fabric. That's cool. Interesting. I wouldn't wear it, like I said, but it's very cool. This is cool too. I feel like we are now on the avant-garde side of the runway, where it's like things that are not necessarily ready to wear, but more so artsy, artistic. You know, we're on the Lady Gaga side, Nicki Minaj, early Nicki Minaj side. And that's it. So I'm going to wrap up because I've been on this live for an hour and a half. And I thank you so much for joining me, engaging. And it really feels like I was right there, like going through this with you. Not going through it, but looking at it together. That's really comforting. So if you enjoyed this style, this format of like live streaming, let me know. I'll do more reviews and stuff or share my opinion on things, on trends and fashion and stuff in general. But until then, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you in the next one. I plan on being here again tomorrow. I don't know what time, so be on the lookout for it if you can. And if not, I will see you. Ciao.